Hey Willow, what's today?
Monday.
But where are we going?
School.
Today your first day?
Uh-huh.
What grade?
Second.
You super excited?
Yeah.
You say hi?
Hi.
First day of second grade. All right, let's go. We are headed for our first day of school drop-off.
Yeah.
It feels so weird because it's later than most years. Like normally we drop off at 7:40 and this year it's 8:30. And then I'm going back into the office.
Yay!
And then we have gymnastics after.
Yeah.
How was your first day of school?
Very fun.
Very fun. What did you do?
We made these faces that told people what we did. I had a smiley face for one brother. I had green hair for my birthday.
Oh, yeah?
And I had a baseball cap for the first letter of my name.
Oh, man.
I also had a triangle nose because I live in a house.
Oh. How was there a lot of the kids from last year?
Colson, Elsie, Eleanor.
Were there more kids in your class this year than last year? Yeah.
No,
Was Lennon, like they put the classes together?
Lennon was there.
So they put the two classes
Mackenzie
together?
was there.
A lot of kids did it online, didn't they? I know they said some of them did. So you had a good first day?
Uh-huh.
Now what are we going to do? Gymnastics! Be fun.
Look what I got.
Oh, should show you. Oh yeah, my friend at work gave me that. It's really cool, right? Alright, we're gonna go.
Bye.
Bye. Hey guys. So, I'm home from work. Willow had her first day of school. It was so good. We went to gymnastics. It was a lot of fun. She's doing so good. Like, she's just doing so good. Like, she started out like not being able to do anything, and she's getting so much more confident, and like she's just getting better. And it's only been a couple weeks, like 7 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. She's loving it though. But I wanted to show that for one, I set up my new shelf. I say my husband set up my new shelf. So as you can see, it's like empty, but not for long. I may have some books coming. And I just opened my Owl Crate box. That video might be up before this one. I'm not really sure. Probably not. I have no idea what my schedule is. But I also stopped at the Dollar Tree. You know, because I had to grab some stuff and I needed to kill some time between school pickup and gymnastics. And I picked up a book. Airy? It's a sequel, but it's the sequel to Magonia. I think is how you pronounce it. And I haven't read Magonia, but I own it. And I picked it up a while back, and then I forgot that I owned it. And then I saw this at the Dollar Tree and was like, wait, I own the first book. I'm going to pick up the second one for $1. So, yeah, adding that to the collection of books that I said I wasn't buying more books. And then I have a book haul coming, and I bought more books, and I bought more books. But I've been reading. I finished The Bone Shard's Daughter. Loved it. 4 stars. Like, it was so fun, and it left me wanting more. All of the things that I thought I knew, I did not. There were a lot of reveals that, like, I thought one thing, and it ended up being another. And I love that. Like, I thought I got it. I thought I had guessed some shit. But I didn't guess nothing. And I really enjoyed it. And it's coming out, I think, October is the release date? Maybe? I don't remember the exact release date. It's either September or October. But no, it was so good. So definitely want to get your hands on that one when it comes out. I'm probably going to do like a full review of it because it was an arc I got for NetGalley. But now I'm reading another NetGalley arc, and it's a really short one, so I'm going to try to actually finish it tonight because it's less than 300 pages. I can't remember what it's called. Curse of Ember and Ashes. And I'm only a chapter in, but so far it's interesting. It kind of has like a trope that I don't really like straight off the bat. And that is the uncaring mother, which obviously that would be a non-favorite of mine, but it's like the main character's mother remarries and like the stepdad is a terrible human, basically, and she keeps saying like, what, you can't expect him to love you as much as he loves his own kids? And I'm like, that's not fucking true. One, nope. As somebody that has a step parent, has two step parents, like, nope, not true. Great step parents, love them. And they should love you as much as your own parents or their own kids. Like, ew, creepy. Like, stop making this a trope. And then it's got the mom that, like, literally is telling her daughter to, like, suck it up, and telling her daughter, who's like 17, to literally stop antagonizing him. I wish y'all would just get along. And he's like literally trash. But the mom is taking the stepdad side, and like, it's only in the first chapter, but I just not vibing with that. Like, the book so far, I'm interested to read it, but like, that just like is a least favorite plot device for me, especially in like YA fantasy. And I get that that's usually like the way that they like write out parents in YA, is like, oh, the parents are crap, the parents are terrible, like the dad is dead and the stepdad is a douchebag, and the mom has other kids with the stepdad, but now like she doesn't really care about you. Like, I don't know. The writing's good though, and I think it's gonna be interesting, but I hope that that's not like thematic throughout, because it's not something I love. But I'm gonna try to finish that tonight, because I want to fly through some books, because I'm very behind, and I am mood reading like hell lately. Like, my whole TBR got thrown out the window. Like, I read 2 books that were actually on my TBR, and that's it. But you know what? Whatever. I'm enjoying my life right now. So basically, that's it. That is my day so far. Tomorrow I'm working from home, and then I'm gonna go to a friend's house, and then I go back to work Wednesday, and then so on and so forth. So yeah, hang out with me this week. Let's get some reading done, and I will update you eventually. Good morning. So I'm about to head out and take the kids, well, Willow, to school. Luca's staying here with my husband, and then go into work myself. But I figured I had like 20 minutes to kill, so I might as well go ahead and update while I have the chance, because, you know, I'm a bad updater. So I started reading that book that I was telling you about, A Curse of Ember and Ashes, or Ashes and Ember. It was that NetGalley arc. I DNF'd it at like 35%. I just was so bored. Like, it wasn't badly written. I was just so bored. Like, I didn't care about anything that was going on. It was so slow. And I was just like dredging through it. And I should have known from like the moment I read the first couple pages, and it's like the shitty mom trope who picks a stepdad over her biological kid. Like, that shouldn't be a YA thing. I am so sick of shitty step parents and shitty parents. I don't want that to be a trope in books, like, ever. Like, I get it, like, she needed to leave her family to move the plot forward, but there's like a million ways that you could have written that without, like, it didn't seem like it was necessary. Like, she just needed to like leave her family and not want to go back home. There's a million ways to do that. Money issues. Fucking kill the parents. Like, they killed the dad. Like, be like, oh, both her parents died, and now she's an orphan and she has to go off to like make money to support the kids that are left in foster care. Something along those lines. Like, I don't care if you kill the parents, just don't make them shitty parents. Like, and I just feel like it's detrimental to YA, especially, to have shitty parents, because the age group that is reading these books are like, I don't know. It's just a pet peeve of mine. Maybe because I am a mom and I have step parents and none of them are shitty. But I digress. I DNF'd it. I just couldn't. I tried, y'all. I tried. I have another NetGalley one that was like a read now that I'm gonna be reading for, I don't remember the name of it, but it sounded really interesting. It's like enemies to lovers fantasy. It looked easy to read. Also, I got some books in the mail because I have no self-control. All of these are ones that we actually talked about in our Shelf Space book club. Some of them are picks. Some of them are like just buddy reads that I'm doing with some of the people in there that aren't necessarily like our monthly pick. It's like I'm buddy reading them. You'll see. So the first one I picked up is Dune, and I picked this one up because everyone keeps saying it's amazing, and like I've been wanting to read it. I've been kind of into sci-fi lately, but Alex over at Life by the Book had told me that if I am looking for badass mothers in sci-fi fantasy, that I need to read Dune because one of the main characters is a like badass mother. And I'm like, you know, that's all you have to say to sell me on a book, because like I'm on this mission, right? You know, we were just talking about shitty parents. I'm on like the mission to find like amazing moms in sci-fi fantasy, and I'm hoping that this does it for me. I also picked up Jade City, which everyone and their mother has been talking about lately. We're going to be buddy reading this with some friends. But what's funny is I got 2 copies. One of them, okay, so I ordered them all. And then one copy came way earlier than the rest of the box. But like there was no note or anything, and it was like, did it just come early? I don't think anyone sent it to me. Because there was no, like, note or anything, like, that was like, hey, I hope you enjoy this. It was just, it came. And then this came with the whole box. So I now have 2. And so now I have a friend that's going to enjoy a copy of Jade City with me, probably. Sorry if you can hear the kids. They're loud. We're getting ready for, like, well, Willow's, like, ready for school. They're just kind of hanging out. Have some coffee. You know, we're just hanging out. Picked up Leviathan Waits. I'm super excited for this. Like I said, I've been really into sci-fi lately, and I'm excited to read this one. Oh, I'm trying to do this with one hand because I'm holding my coffee cup. I also picked up Promise of Blood. I don't even know what this is about, but this is one that, again, we've been talking about in our book club, so I picked it up. Sometimes I know a ton about a book when I pick it up, and sometimes I know nothing, and I just go off the recommendation of people that have similar tastes than me and that I enjoy. So that's how I got this one. Also, as you can see, I have my Ariel cup. I got this stunning Barnes & Noble edition of The Little Mermaid, which is random for me. I know. For one, it's beautiful. For two, it was only like $5. The reason I picked this up was because I pre-ordered Rhythm of War, the signed edition from Barnes & Noble, of course. But I mean, the signed edition was no more expensive than like the regular pre-order, so I was like, that's a no-brainer. But okay, it was $34.99 and you have to pay $35 pre-tax to get free shipping. I'm like, that's where they get you. They get you there. So instead of paying like the $7 for the shipping or whatever it would have been, I added one of the $5 classics, and I couldn't say no to this. Like, I want to get, like, I want to collect all the classics and stuff in these editions because I love them. And I actually really like classics. They had some really cool ones that I wanted. They had, like, an anthology of Lovecraft. And after reading The City We Became, I want to actually read the source material. And, like, with the Netflix show that I'm, like, dying to watch, Lovecraft Country, I've never read much of the Lovecraft source material, and I kind of want to. Like, I know the basis of it. Like, I understood what happened in, like, City We Became. Like, I understood all the Lovecraft references, but I'm not as knowledgeable on the actual stories as I am about how much he's a garbage human. But that's where I'm kind of torn at buying this book because it's so pretty. It's like one of these editions, but I'm like, he's a garbage human, or he was a garbage human, obviously, he said. But I really want it because I want, like, the stories, but I'm torn on that. The idea, the art and the artist thing, kind of like with Harry Potter. I'm like, I'm not getting rid of what I have, what I've already purchased. It's an art and the artist thing for me. I don't know. Especially because he's dead and, like, long dead. And it's not something I'm gonna, like, be like, I read all these amazing Lovecraft books. Like, I just want it to, like, read it for myself to know the source material. And there's other ones. They had, like, a really cool, like, Sherlock Holmes, like, bind up, which I really want. So, like, I think I'm just gonna start getting more of those because I really love them. And I will actually read them. But I'm gonna finish getting ready, finish my coffee, and head into work for the day. So I'm wrapping up this week. I'm actually about to head out to my sister-in-law's house here in a little bit to take the kids to, like, hang out and swim and see their cousins. So that's going to be really cool. My husband's at work right now. He's only taking Sundays off. So I'm just going to figure out stuff to do. But no, it was a good week. It was my first week working from home, like my flex schedule. And then my husband's first week as, like, a full-time business owner. So it was a little chaotic, but it was a lot of fun. My daughter got her glasses, which that was adorable. And yeah, it was just a chaotic week. Reading wise, like I said, I did DNF one book. That Curse of Embers and Ashes, I don't remember the name of it. No, it just wasn't for me. Sorry. And then I got, like, 300 pages into Words of Radiance, a little over, so yay go me. Like, any other book I would feel, like, super accomplished, like 300 pages, but Words of Radiance, I'm like, it's not even halfway. Like, it's not even close to halfway through the book, but because it's like a beast, but it's so good. I'm loving it. So that's kind of gonna continue on into the next reading week because I really want to finish it, but I really also just want to take my time on reading Words of Radiance because it's so good. So that's just what I'm doing. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun weekend. I'm sure I'll take you along for the ride, show you some really cute footage of the kids playing outside at their cousin's house because they live in the middle of nowhere. And I love that. Because I would love to move to the middle of nowhere and just, like, have property and no neighbors, and that would just be, like, that's, like, my goal in life. But then I also don't want to be, like, too far away to drive. Like, we looked at buying property out by my sister-in-law, and the only problem was it's, like, an hour to drive to get, like, to Willow School and my job. And just no, it's too far because I'm not changing her school. Like, I refuse to change her school. So But yeah, that's been the week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this chaotic reading vlog that didn't have a lot of reading in it. And I will talk to you next time. Bye.